This video I'll be talking about the future of my YouTube channel, and also while I'll be selling a lot of my, basically majority of my CSGO investments. There's very valid points which I'll be given as well, which could benefit some of you, maybe like think about it deeply. And yeah, I mean, if you'll be interested, yeah, feel free to watch the video fully. I hope it will be, and maybe it won't, because I won't make much of editing to this video, since this is just like more of informative video to explain what is going on with me and the YouTube channel itself, rather than an entertainment purpose of the video, which I've had always the goal of making, to make people like enjoy the content I make, but also like educate them. In this scenario, it's kind of like to inform those who are following me, the subscribers, those who are interested, kind of like the demographic I want to reach at this point, called say fans, or like dedicated people who are, you know what I mean. So basically, as you know, this channel is more based on investing and like guides, with a purpose to educate people and attempt to help them improve their investing itself. This channel was never supposed to tell you what to invest in, give you financial advice itself. So I hope I didn't actually do that in the first place. And also it kind of like was more of a attempt on what I'm capable of doing regards content creation. And I think I have done pretty well in that sense, but I definitely know I can do it better. And since I'm growth driven, I like to improve. I enjoy improving in everything I do. I do believe there is a point where I have to like move on and reach a demographic which is a lot broader, which means I'll still stick to CSGO, but I'm gonna move out of CSGO investing scene itself, since personality wise people are different, and also their interests are a lot different than those who are more into CSGO, or let's say people who are interested in knowledge, willing to improve themselves. I'm not necessarily saying that the people who are into investing, they don't want to self-improve, but there are a lot of people whom goals are to financially improve their status, and that's about it, just to make money. And they want to hear what they want to hear, but they don't want to be taught, if that makes sense. They just want to hear, you know, the best ways to earn the money, how to profit and all that. And to me, I'm not interested in doing it, and attempt to clickbait people out of the videos, which I have quite a lot seen in the CSGO investing scene on YouTube. That is, I see a lot of clickbaits, and at the end of the day, that's one of the ways you can actually grow your channel. And it's a no-brainer that the investing scene is quite small at this moment in CSGO. So yeah, if you check the content creators, they don't have a lot of subscribers, they don't have a lot of views in CSGO investing scene. So I want to kind of like spread out a lot broader, still stick to CSGO, but more about like self-developing, improving your, let's say, performance, health, lifestyle and all that, which could help a huge amount of people, in my opinion. Although I know there are still content creators who do that, and if I'm not mistaken, there was like content creator Vu or Woosh in CSGO who has made CSGO tips like how to improve here and there. But what I'm planning to do is do it to another level, like more scientifically based and more health related, in my opinion. Is like whenever you are willing to improve, let's say in a video game, your own performance, your personality is totally different to, let's say, someone who is an investor, and your goals are to improve, you are competitive most likely, and you are more open-minded as a person. All of those things are very important. Of course, don't get me wrong, in investing scene, yeah, there are still people who are still open-minded, they want to learn, they're fine with it, but I think I could reach even higher amount of people by making these type of content videos, and the demographic itself is even bigger. So I could even attract people outside CSGO by still just making content which are educational but health beneficial in itself. Since my background is more health related, I've studied fitness, I've studied nutrition, I've read a lot about psychology, neuroscience. I'm super interested in all of those things. I do believe the knowledge I have gathered from all of these years, I could help quite a lot of people, even though they aren't aware of it currently, but maybe later in the future I could somehow attract them to the channel which I am willing to build. Basically, my YouTube channel gonna be based on improving your performance in a game, but also improving your performance outside the game as well. So that's kind of like my goal of the videos are. And also there's another content I want to make, which are more documentary based. Maybe some of you have seen Jesus or like eSportal. They do make content related to ex CSGO players, like people who are in the CSGO scene, someone who is in the scene currently, pro scenes or like skin scene, and just making valuable, interesting content. Maybe not valuable, but just interesting content in general. And I was for some time contemplating maybe I should do that as well, since I'm interested in that, these type of videos myself, since I'm interested in the type of content and also learning about the scene itself. I could benefit myself just learning more about it, about other people around the scene itself, and also entertain others by making those videos. So I'm thinking about also making those type of videos, just documentary style of videos about others in the CSGO scene itself. Kind of like become the content creators like Jesus / Traplore, Ross, and Patrick CC. Maybe some of you know he makes videos about rappers, but I will be making them more about CSGO. So these type of style of content put into CSGO category itself. So I'll attempt to do that, and we'll see how it will work out, because I do believe the potential and the ideas I have, I could reach quite high highs with higher demographics, and to stay in CSGO investing scene, I won't be able to do that, to grow the channel the way I would like to. I just have to be kind of like realistic with that, and sticking with that type of categories, yeah, it's quite tough, and to grow it's unreal. So that's pretty much kind of like my 2 cents about that. So moving on to the reasons why I'll be selling my CSGO investments are quite simple. I mean, I already talked about it before on my previous video. Well, obviously CSGO market is in a bull state. It's very high, and the longer it's going upwards, the longer it stays in that type of a high state, the risks increase. And it depends on the people, of course, and the goals you have. As I said before, if your goals are to invest in the long term, it won't impact you, but you have to expect that at some point the market gonna crash to like 20-40%, and it's unavoidable. It would be a dumb thing to assume that it won't. And for me, as someone who can't afford losing at this state, because I'm currently jobless and I physically can't work at this point, work for anyone, unless it's like working from home, for example, like editing or like customer support, maybe all of those type of things I could. But other than that, like, I'm not able to work whatsoever, because I feel like a disabled person. Since from September 8th, after I arrived from my trip from Italy, I had already at the end of the days some kind of tight feeling in my glutes. I didn't think much of it until I arrived. After that time, from me sitting the whole day, not like a whole day, but like a majority of the day on computer, I felt still some kind of like tension in my glutes, but it was bearable. It wasn't like unbearable feeling whatsoever. So I kind of like sat it through until the next day when I woke up. I couldn't kind of like move. I couldn't walk normally. I couldn't bend. I couldn't pull my socks on properly, pull my boots, tie my boots, nothing like that, pull my pants as well. So I had to kind of like put everything on in a totally different way. I had to pretty much do everything through pain as well. And yeah, it got worse and worse, where I wasn't even able to sleep at some point. I would just wake up some days where it would just like be so tense. The whole leg would be just on fire. Yeah, it was crazy, and still is. I can't, even if I wanted to sleep for the whole day, just because of the pain. I just can't, or discomfort, let's say. And yeah, it's already 2 months with that type of an issue. Although I do stretch, since this is the only way I can actually fix the issue. I do kind of like myself physiotherapy, and slowly and surely it's getting better. And yeah, since I have this type of an issue, I'm not able to have basically a stable job, stable income, and somehow I have to pay the bills, right? So since I have no income, I have to sell my CSGO skins so I can actually pay the bills and pay for my food and everything. We'll see how I'll be able to find a way. Maybe I'll be able to find some way to make money from home. And although I did attempt contacting other content creators like streamers, maybe they would have been interested into some editors work. Yeah, basically I got silenced by every single one of them whom I did attempt, and also I had almost got kind of like a full-time job as well regards editing, but that one editor who offered that type of a job, he just silenced me at some point. So yeah, I didn't even attempt to question why he did that. I just like was fine with it, and weak. It's kind of like pity for now that it went the way it did, kind of like the whole past few months. And yeah, I'll try to find ways to make the money and possibly get back to CSGO investing itself, since I still believe in the community and the whole potential the items, some of the items have. So don't get me wrong, there's a bright future for CSGO definitely, unless Valve kind of like messes it up. So this is kind of like my 2 cents about this all thing. I hope I'll try my best to make the content as much as I can. So yeah, this is kind of like me informing all of you about the status and my thoughts and ideas about where the channel gonna go, and my own personal life as well slightly. Although I didn't mention a lot about it, about the ideas I had. There are more videos to come, and you know, maybe sooner or later you'll know more about the situation where I'm at and what's going on. If anyone still sticked till the end, I truly appreciate every single one of you liking, subscribing, and watching these videos, because they definitely help with the reach and the health of my channel and video itself. So thank you very much, and see you on the next one.